Right, folks, look what we got here. I actually have a 420 with a proper muffler on it now. And guess what? It sounds like an Onan, for real. It doesn't sound like a straight piped Onan. It sounds like a real Onan. Like you'd buy a 318 from somebody, and it sounded really nice and really good, which were the exact same thing, but whatever. 2 new belts for the PTO. PTO's been adjusted with brake clearance, as I'm going to call it, or PTO adjustment, clearance, whatever you want to call it. The actual adjustment for the belt tension's been adjusted. Other than that, there ain't really much else I can do. I'm going to test run it because of the fact that I've heard it in the shop, but I haven't heard it outside yet. And I want to see how bad the head gasket leak really is on power, because it has a head gasket leak on this left cylinder here. Other than the fact that it leaks a little bit out the head gaskets and it kind of makes a little bit louder of a noise. Runs like a top. That's leaking pretty bad. I'm getting cold. I'm going to put this thing up. There's mud right there. Does not like to be put under pressure. See what I mean? Right, so that's one thing I've never been a very big thrill about on these later model hydros, is the fact that the rear end hydrostatic linkage receives feedback basically from whenever it's under load, and if it's anywhere near the neutral position, or the stop position in this case, it'll slam it right up there because of the back pressure on the hydro. But if you get past, like, say right there, it starts to quit doing that. That's probably an adjustment down there on the friction disc. I think there's a friction disc down there, actually. I don't know. I'll have to look. I believe there is. If I tighten that just a couple turns, I might be able to get her to stop doing that. But A, I really have no concern. B, I'm too lazy right now. I want to fix the head gaskets and get it reliable. It starts and runs as is and has 120 PSI in each cylinder, but it still leaks. If you saw me putting my hand right there, it's pushing a whole bunch of air right out there, right there. And it's doing it a little bit over here too, right down there. So I'm going to change the head gaskets and put some new life into her so that it doesn't lose any of the mixture. I bet you that's kind of why it runs a little funny with the carburetor, other than the fact that it's been sitting probably for 10 years or so. That's probably not helping. So I bet you that'll improve the running just a little bit. Not very noticeable, but it'll do something. And other than that, like I said, the hydro linkage, I'm not really going to bother with it. The only thing else I got to really find to fix this thing is, well, a new hood, because it's cracked there. It's cracked there. The hood support itself doesn't make it sit flush against the actual top part of the frame there, so it kind of rides funny if you didn't notice. I replaced the muffler on it because of the fact that this thing was just covered in soot, and it needed it bad, A. B, it was overheating it, and that's not good. So I pulled the cord, put it away until winter rolled around, and I knew it wouldn't overheat then. So I've been running it in the winter a bit, as you can tell, doing what I have been, blading snow, just running it around. As you can see, I've taken off the front blade for this project, which I'm just getting it ready for springtime. Mardex can get serviced. That's going to be replaced so it's not cracked and it's just a junk hood. It's going to get an actual decent hood on it. Really, I don't have anything else major other than the head gaskets really to fix other than basic maintenance at this rate. Everything else is just basic maintenance. Oil filters all the way through the tractor. Maybe check the air cleaner. Put some seafoam through it another time or two, because I do that. I think it works. Probably get a top link, get one of those hitch bars that has the tow hitch and the weights combined into one, into like a quick hitch style design, I guess you could say. So have a weight bracket, stick some weights on the back, 40-pound suitcase weights. I think they're 43 to be exact. And I'll have a trailer receiver on the back of it too, so I want to move trailer without getting anything else big out. That, and I'll have a 3-point for extra implements, like a blade if I choose to. More or less, this tractor is becoming kitted out so that whenever I move out of here, I'm going to have the ability to have a tractor on hand, ready to go, beckoning my need of anything. Mowing the yard, blading snow. Really, the only attachment I want left, besides any 3-point attachment I just happen to come across, I'm going to opt for a 54 snowblower, model snowblower. It's a 2-stage snowblower for 420. I got to look around for what it's exactly called, but I'm looking for one of those. So depending on where I go and live, I'll have the ability to snowblow, because while blading is effective, it's really only good for concrete slabs and maybe some decent driveways. But like a prime example here, you can't see it, but my driveway out there it's humongous. It's like at least a quarter of a mile. It's way too big for this little guy to handle. It would take me forever. Even with a snowblower, it's not worth it. But say I have a property roughly this size, a snowblower is going to do quicker than a snowblade would. And yeah, so that's why I'm opting to look for one, even though it's going to cost me a chunk of change. But that'll probably be down the road in the next few years. I don't really plan on finding one ASAP. I have other interests I'd like to attend to with my money and financial standards. So tractors are definitely a big interest, but I do have a couple other interests that I would like to put some money towards. It's not like I haven't sunk enough in this guy already. I mean, yeah. Of course, then again, this pile of crap here is going to get me some money as well. I'm going to get back what I spent on this basically out of this. And that's game plan. It's estimated at roughly $2,000 worth of parts, and that's going off of the average rate. I've been looking on eBay and skimming through and just kind of seeing what's come across and has been sold. Basically, I've just been watching stuff. I might have been putting stuff up a little bit too high for sale, but that's because I'm adding in extra stuff. It's not like I'm just throwing in the transaction and say, here you go, do what the hell you want with it. No, I got a couple other things. Hey, Rota. Anyways, this thing is coming along greatly, and I am very happy with myself because usually I don't do anything mechanical very often, even though that's what I strive to do. So, doing this to me makes me feel better. So, have a good day, have a good night. Whatever time of day you're watching this, I don't care. It helps me greatly that you apply the time to even glance at these. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, hit the like button or the dislike button. I really don't care. It shows what you guys like and what you don't like. Helps me make criticism to be taken into effect and allows for better videos to be produced. It's just all part of criticism. So, with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one.